Bonjour mes petits bateaux et bienvenue à cette corne de brume très française. On y va.
All on the bowling, Kitty is my darling. All on the bowling, bowling hall.
Even if you don't speak French, you'll have picked up the update 086, which hits NA and CIS on Wednesday this week, and SEA and EU on Thursday, has a very French theme. The French destroyers are being released over the next 3 updates, and there's a directive-based event, an updated port, a new armory section, and 2 new French premium ships to go along with the release. I've been testing the French destroyer line from Tier 2 to Tier 10 over the past few months, and while they may not be to everyone's liking, I have thoroughly enjoyed all of these ships. The French DDs are unique among destroyers, and their playstyle is highly dynamic. They have no smoke, poor concealment, and no real AA to speak of, so you'd think they'd be terrible, but if you master the skills necessary, they can be very effective support ships. These are more like small cruisers than traditional destroyers, so you won't be sitting contesting a capture point very often, but you will be using their blistering speed to zoom around the map supporting your team by harassing and setting fires. At higher tiers, you gain access to the main battery reload booster, which makes you a very effective destroyer hunter as nothing can run away from you. The excellent torpedo angles on the higher tier 8 to 10 ships also make rushing stationary battleships and heavy cruisers quite effective. I'll be uploading a replay from my testing of the tier 9 ship Mogador this week, to give you a flavour of the playstyle you can expect from these ships. The characteristics of this line evolve gradually from tier to tier, so learn to play one and you'll be decent in all of them. The destroyers are being released under early access like other recent tech tree releases, but there's a slight difference this time. Update 086 will give you the chance of getting the tier 5 to 9 ships individually from containers or the armory. Update 087 will see the release of the tech tree fully from Tier 2 to Tier 9, so you can get the ships via normal research. Finally, Update 088 will see the release of the Tier 10 ship Kleber to complete the line. Event containers, both free and premium, will be able to drop the tier 5 to 8 ships as per previous line releases. And as always, my advice is not to spend money on containers to get ships you can get for free in the next update. However, if you do want early access, the premium containers will have a higher chance of dropping the ship missions. The free event containers can be won by completing directives in the now familiar 4-week-long event format. The reward for completion of the directives is the Tier 5 premium destroyer Sirocco, which I'll have a short review for coming out soon. There are also missions related to premium Tier 8 cruiser Bayard, but at time of recording we don't know the release mechanism for this ship. Missions for the Tier 5 to 8 tech tree ships will also help out with collecting Republic tokens. Access to Mogador, the Tier 9, is slightly different. The armory will have a series of bundles to unlock using the event currency Republic tokens. These bundles contain increasingly good rewards and must be unlocked in sequence. Once you've spent the 1500 tokens you'll need to unlock the 4 bundles, a 5th section will unlock containing random bundles which you can purchase for 1000 doubloons each. The game will pre-select a random bundle for you from the list available, and you can see what's in the bundle before you purchase it. If you do purchase the first one chosen for you, another random bundle will be chosen for slot number 2, and again you'll be able to see what's in it before you buy it. One of the 7 bundles available is guaranteed to contain Mogador and a premium camo for it. Again, I do not advise spending real money on a ship you can get for free in Update 087, but if you want to, you can get it early. The last aspect of this French update is what I'm calling France Flakes. Formerly, they're called Symbols of France. I call them France Flakes because the principle is the same as the Snowflakes event we had over the winter. At the start of the update, every qualifying ship in your port will have a France Flake attached to it. Simply win one battle in each ship to knock off the France Flake and receive the reward of either coal or Republic tokens. Premium and special ships from Tier 2 to Tier 6 will grant coal, and Tier 7 to Tier 10 will grant tokens. Tech tree ships and early access French destroyers will grant coal at Tier 5 and 6. and tokens from tier 7 to 10. If you've been thinking about rebuying some tech tree ships, now is a good time. Don't forget that you can knock off France Flakes in co-op battles. Aside from the French Destroyer release, Update 086 also sees Season 6 of Clan Battles arrive. Starting on Wednesday the 31st of July and running for a 6.5 weeks, Season 6 will be a 6 versus 6 format at Tier 8. Premium ships are allowed, but no carriers. Tier 8 Clan Brawl was a refreshing change, so we can expect the same from this season of Clan Battles, with probably a wider variety of ships being used, creating a more varied meta than at Tier 10. If your clan is taking part, very best of luck, and see you out there. If Clan Battles wasn't enough for you, 086 also sees Season 13 of Ranked go live on the 8th of August, with a 6v6 format at Tier 9, with the season running until September the 3rd. This is a full rank season, so the rewards will include steel. The new map, Crash Zone Alpha, will make its ranked debut this season. Talking of that map, it's also being released into the general map pool. I'm not sure about the name, I'd have called it The Channel personally, but in any case, it's based on what the Britons call English Channel, the stretch of water between England and France, with the landmasses having a chalky look to match the famous White Cliffs of Dover. The map is fairly symmetrical and has a 3 and a 4 cap version. In the 4 cap version, the two home caps are quite close together with open water in between, making controlling the zones a job for only the stealthiest ships. The other recent map addition, Greece, has had a little makeover. Wargaming have realised that the weather in Greece is usually sunny, and have updated the look and feel of the map accordingly. To quote my Greek clanmate Eniok, "There's a reason the Greek flag is blue and white." For those of you who like operations, Raptor Rescue is back in all its carrier touting glory. Not only have the AI been taught how to fly carriers in the operation, but you can take part in a carrier to support your team. I tried it on PTS and it seems to work quite nicely. A bit of technical news, the in-game lighting model is being updated in 086, so you'll definitely notice that the game looks a little different after the update, especially if you're using higher-end graphic settings in the options. Be aware though that while testing on PTS I noticed a performance drop with the new model, so you might have to tweak your settings down a little bit if your PC struggles under 085. There are also a huge number of balance changes for ships, which I won't cover here, otherwise this Foghorn will go on for hours, but there is one mechanics change that I would like to highlight. Once again, AA is changing. To combat the myth that AA guns start unloaded, Wargaming's words, not mine, AA damage over time will tick far more often with lower damage. Planes entering AA will immediately start taking damage ticks, giving the surface ship player the warm, fuzzy feeling that they're actually doing something to the planes, even if the effect is, in theory, the same. However, changes like this tend to have unforeseen consequences, so I'll be watching AA effectiveness carefully after the update is released. Let's hope that once the upcoming AA sector rework goes live, that will be it for AA changes, and we can all finally get used to how it works. Finally, some Foghorn news about Foghorn. Recently, for reasons I won't go into here, I've been concentrating on playing test ships and submitting test ship feedback. This means I've only been putting out Foghorns for the monthly game updates, since Foghorns take me anywhere from 6 to 8 hours to make, and so I can't put out more than one a month and play test ships. I'd like to release more news though, because the game updates are now only a small fraction of what's going on with the game, so I'm going to try a parallel format for Foghorn to cover devlog updates, teasers and so on, by using my new Elgato Stream Deck to help me record unscripted news with no editing using my streaming setup. It won't look as polished, but it will give me a chance to make sure you know about the news in between the monthly updates, so look out for Foghorn Express coming soon. That's it for update 086. I've been Stats, thanks for watching. Please do catch me every Friday on Twitch, evening EU time, and please do join the StatsBloke Discord, links in the description. Take care of each other, and I'll speak to you soon. And I'm going to redo that because the dog's being noisy. If you do purchase the first one, Wargaming, why you make this so complicated?